Hey folks, I'm Brittany and this is my husband Corey with the Southern Maple. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing, setup, and review video of the Xtool P2 laser.
The Xtool P2 is a desktop-sized CO2 55-watt laser. It's fully enclosed and comes with built-in fume extraction and air assist.
It's extremely powerful and can cut thicker and engrave faster than any of the other lasers we've used before.
The possibilities with the P2 are endless. We have a conveyor feeder, which is an automatic pass-through that we can use to engrave extra large materials, and it even has curved surface engraving.
That in itself is a game changer because we no longer have to worry about slightly warped materials. Now we can engrave things that we never could before.
Another especially important feature for us is the AI batch engraving. It allows us to map patterns to multiple work pieces automatically.
That's right, the P2 can recognize shapes with its built-in camera, fit the design to multiple objects, and then engrave all of them in a single pass.
We were able to do this with the M1, but with this machine, it has a workspace of about 23 by 12. We're able to do quite a bit more items at the same time.
We could really crank out large orders this way, which has been great for us in our shop. I have a ton of different art shows and markets that I'm already set up to attend this year, and I want to make sure that I have plenty of inventory and a few fun new products thanks to the P2. So first things first, when you get your Xtool P2 is that you got to set it up, right? So let's let Corey show us how easy the setup process was.
So let me start by saying that Xtool products have always been extremely easy to order and always come packaged very well. You can always tell that you're getting a quality product from the moment you open the box. With the P2, we did get several boxes with some accessories, so the first thing I'm going to open is this riser base. The riser base is going to give us additional room under our laser to engrave larger materials. The setup process is fairly simple. Xtool provides very clear instructions and even provides the tools you need for assembly. Here I am assembling the riser base, and the whole thing goes together with just some simple screws. And I was very impressed with the quality of the material here. It's all steel, there's no plastic. And so once you get each side assembled, which are identical, then you're going to connect them together using the longer pieces. One thing I could appreciate was how detailed the instructions were with the photos. Here you see I'm assembling the two ends together with these longer pieces. And the laser is actually going to sit right down on top of this whole thing. It just kind of clicks right in. So with the laser being as heavy as it is, I'm glad at how sturdy this base was when I was finally finished with it. Then I went and opened the laser box itself, and inside the laser is packaged the items you're going to need to set up the laser itself. So you have your instructions and setup guide. There is a hose, so if you have an air filter, this is a collapsible hose you'll need for that. It comes with the clamp for it, as well as a bottle of antifreeze that you'll need to run inside your laser depending what region you live in. It also comes with a power cable, obviously. Another screwdriver in case you didn't buy the riser, the USB cable, and then a funnel as well to help you add your liquids. And there you have your assembled Xtool P2 laser sitting on top of the riser. First thing you want to do is open it up, and there are some screws you're going to need to remove in order to take out this tray and also to move the laser itself. The tray is what you would sit your parts on if you're going to laser engrave them. And as you can see, there's little slots up and down the sides there for you to adjust it up and down depending on the thickness of your part. There are a few screws you're going to want to remove in order to take this tray out. Once you get them out, you're going to be able to remove that tray in order to clean it out. There are also some slats here. When you're not using them, there is a very convenient storage part on the side of the unit. After removing this panel piece, you'll locate the reservoir where you add your antifreeze, and then you also top it up with water. And then once you've turned the machine on, it will cycle some of the liquid in, and then you'll also top it back up with water as identified inside the instructions. After screwing that panel back on, you're going to want to come over here and unscrew the screw holding down the gantry of your laser, and then simply slide your laser forward
and you'll be able to get that last piece of styrofoam out that sits behind it. And now you're ready to go. That's it. Simple and easy.
All in all, this was very easy to set up. The instructions were very clear and easy to follow. And in total, it probably took a little under an hour from start to finish before we were lasering our first project.
Now we want to show you guys some of the things that we've already made using our new P2. So if y'all know us, you know we're from Birmingham, Alabama, and Vulcan is one of our things, and it's a statue that we have here. So I wanted to do some Vulcan stuff to sell, and so I took an image of Vulcan, and I put it in my Xtool Creative Space. I went in here and traced it, and then I saved that, removed the original picture, and so all I had was the outline of Vulcan. I made it to the size that I wanted in the P2, started it up, let the laser do what it does. So the first round of Vulcan I did out of a real thin 3mm plywood, and then I'm going to do another one out of this 1/4" MDF, and so I can double them up and make it look a little thicker, give it the look that I'm going for. I definitely made sure that I changed my settings for that material. Now before this, I already made a backing that I want them to go on, a really pretty wood backing with some plexiglass. So to show you how I did that backing, I actually had some leftover pieces from my frame wood that I had stained. And I took those strips and I cut them at a 45-degree angle. And then I just came over to a piece that I had cut out of plywood, and I brad nailed those pieces together in a really cool design. This is how it turned out. Now, as you can see, I had all that excess. So I turned it over, and I got the saw out, and I just cut those edges off all the way around the board. And this is how the backer turned out. I thought that looked pretty cool. But I did want to do something a little different, so I got some plexiglass and some standoff screws, and that's where I stuck my Vulcan. So he kind of just pops up away from that backer. Then I framed it using the same type of wood with the darker stain. I actually framed it again on the inside just to give it a nice polished look. Here's my finished product. It's a beautiful addition to my shop. It's actually the first thing that sold at this market. Now, some of the other things that I made were these growth chart rulers. These were especially fun to make, and my daughters absolutely love them. This one here is a little airplane one for a little boy that's already been sold, and then I made a couple more just to sell at the markets. And of course, I had to make some for my own daughters, so this is one I'm doing for Olivia. I love that I can use the P2 to just cut out tons of different really cutesy little designs and all the numbers, and then I can either use it as a growth chart or I could do it as like a name sign for a nursery. Anyway, so I'm cutting out the numbers for my little growth charts, and it was just one pass and they're all popping out. So yeah, it's cutting this MDF great. With some of these, like this flower ruler I wanted to make, I used the P2, I cut out my flowers, and I actually took each one of these individual pieces with a Dremel. This is because I just wanted rounded corners. I didn't want it to look so rigid, so I rounded it off with that and painted it, and that's my flowers. This is my little flower growth chart. So I was really excited about this one. The girls love this one, and hopefully it'll be a big seller too. So a couple other things I made with my P2 are this really pretty name sign. I have done tons of like little leather patches for my hats and bottle openers. I love using the P2's batch engraving to do these little wallets. I made this really cool Birmingham sign using some walnut I had in the shop. Just cut that out with the P2. It's a really cute little sign. Another good seller are these little signs that I can get such good detail with using the P2. I love them. The customers love them, and they sell like crazy. I use my little leather patches for more than just the hats. I do them on these little travel bags, and I do the journals, and the possibilities are just endless with the P2. I do so much with it, and it's really helped me step up my game with my little shop here. Now, if you're thinking about getting an Xtool P2, I would definitely say to go ahead and get that Xtool F1 as well if you want to be able to customize things in your shop and, you know, right away for customers. This thing's been great. I've been able to customize keychains and hats and just little things that the customers come in and they want their name or some specific thing on. So having the F1 has been awesome as well. Definitely use the link down in my description to get the P2 and the F1 bundle. As always, thank you guys so much for watching our video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
See ya.
Holler.
No. Au revoir.
Adios, amigos. Italian. Ciao. No. Sayonara? What's that one?
Embarrassing.